Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bourbon Note. I'm Greg.
I'm Ben.
And today, we're drinking bourbon. All right, Ben, on the bar we already have... I don't even know what this is.
This is Smoke Wagon. So you're familiar with the brand Smoke Wagon.
I've heard of.
But these actually just became available in Minnesota for the first time a couple months ago. So
Gotcha.
Unless one of us was traveling, we would not have seen these.
Okay.
So before we get into pouring, we should probably mention which ones these are, because Smoke Wagon has kind of a wide variety of offerings.
Okay. Well, I'm going to pour while you...
Okay. So this is the one on the left here is the uncut, unfiltered. And the one on the right that Greg is pouring is the uncut, the younger, which I'm assuming would absolutely no cork pop on that.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that would imply that that one is younger than this one. Just using my basic logic skills.
Your deductive skills.
Which are not finely tuned. But the uncut, the younger, says it is aged a minimum of 39 months, so just over 3 years.
That is younger than a lot of whiskeys.
I would imagine it's less than 4, because if it was any more than that, they probably would have specified it. Now, there may be a blend situation where there's some barrels that are a little bit older than that, but
sure,
you know, that's the youngest one in the group. So this will be interesting because they're basically the same thing. This one here, the uncut, unfiltered, is 58% alcohol, and this one is 57.28. So they're almost identical.
115 to 116 proof, and so...
Yep, and they're both non-chill filtered.
I think the younger one looks slightly lighter in the glass, but not a huge difference.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Good butterscotch up front.
Yeah.
116-ish proof is a good spot. Start to really get some nice, interesting character.
There's definitely a little something more on the uncut, unfiltered, but honestly,
I'm getting more off of the younger one, this one here.
Are you really?
Nose-wise. Yeah, okay. I'm just almost getting nothing. Maybe it's killing my nose.
I'm getting a little more off the uncut, unfiltered. Slightly fruitier on the younger, but I'm with you on the butterscotch as well.
Yeah, almost candy butterscotch-like.
On the uncut, unfiltered, kind of nutty. Peanut buttery.
I could see it in that range.
Yeah, the younger has it as well, too. Well, let's get into the palate here. I'm going to start on the right with the younger.
Same.
All right, cheers.
Yeah, I'm getting a little like a floral, kind of flowery kind of note on that one, so we'll see. Still just butterscotch. It's good. I mean, really good, interesting note, but nothing else yet.
It is kind of a buttery sort of vibe. Which one are you drinking right now? Okay, me too.
The proof point really works for it.
Yeah.
It's sweet, but not too sweet.
It has a nice texture, which I'm kind of surprised at the younger age.
Really lasting, I'm assuming it's wood spice?
They're flavor notes we've had before. Now, this is MGP juice, so it is going to have some similarities with some other stuff. But, I don't know, there's I wouldn't consider this a down-the-middle bourbon, but it's also fairly familiar tasting.
So I feel like there's definitely some vanilla. And there's this sweet note that I think some people would dislike. It's really sweet from the beginning to the end, but not crazy turned up to 11 sweet. It's just got this particular sweet note that sticks around the entire time.
Yeah.
I like it, but I wonder if it's something that you get tired of, because it's a bit on the rich side.
Do you think so?
I'm wondering.
For as young as it is, and again, that's the youngest barrel. This could have 10-year juice in it. I doubt it does.
Yep.
But all things considered, in this one, but price point on these quickly, the uncut, unfiltered runs closer to $80.
Okay.
This one runs a little closer to $50.
Okay.
At $50, I'm not mad at that at all.
No, not at all. I mean,
not at all.
I think this actually is more impressive. I thought they were both a little bit more expensive.
Okay.
All right.
So the uncut, unfiltered, non-age stated, but it doesn't say that it's younger.
Is it straight?
I was just going to ask, is it straight bourbon whiskey?
Okay.
So non-age data, we're talking at least 4 years.
Right.
In the date bottled October 10th, 2023, a friend of mine's birthday.
That wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
That went from the bottling to your shelf in a record amount of time.
Honestly, it did, yeah, because I just bought these on Black Friday, so.
Huh.
This one, there's something like a little bit of that oak spice is coming through even more. It's definitely nuttier.
Do we know the mash bill on this? Is it
Peanut shell?
high rye?
It doesn't say anything about the mash bill that I know of. Yep, nothing.
So I almost get a little bit of the black licorice type note. Just a hint.
I could see that. Kind of black licorice clove, sort of.
Yep. Just hinting at it. All right, I'm going for it.
Cheers. Interesting. That is different.
It has great density and mouthfeel. Lots of flavors, but it's almost like all of the flavors are on the same side of the boat.
Okay.
Where there's not a ton of, like there's a lot of flavors, but they're all similar.
They're all very similar, and you're not getting the wide variety of.
Yeah, so there's none of the.
Which there's nothing wrong with.
No,
that.
not at all. But it's like they're all in the leather, tobacco, earthy, fig, but there's nothing in the candy. Like it's still sweet. Somehow, maybe vanilla sweetness.
It does have a nice density and nice viscosity. I think it's really good.
It is really good.
The flavors are, like you said, they're kind of, there is a sweetness there, but I'm with you on some of the, maybe the leather, tobacco-y a little bit. But there is that nuttiness, I think, comes
I would
through
agree.
for sure on both of these.
Peanut shell. Yep.
But in particular on the uncut, unfiltered. Like a salted peanut shell sort of vibe. And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't mind that at all. I know some people kind of shy away from the nutty profile, which
Well, there's a distillery that's known for it, and maybe they lean,
couple of them actually
lean into it pretty hard. But
yeah, this is really good. Now, price point. At the 50, sure. At 80, it's a really good bourbon. But I think we've talked recently, I think at some point there needs to be a conversation about all these distilleries sourcing from the same place and not doing a whole lot different to the whiskey, but charging...
What's the value add?
Yes, exactly. And I'm not saying that this isn't a good value. I'm not saying that this is overpriced. I'm just saying the conversation is there to be had, I think.
So, okay. So you provided your input. Now that I've had both, this one is interesting. And at $50, if you like sweeter type bourbons, and it's not crazy sweet, but it's just an interesting sweetness. It kind of is noticeable. I mean, it's a fair, option. This one I think drinks as a very experienced type whiskey.
Well, if you've gotten this far into the video, and if you watch this channel, you know what's happening next. We got to do the blend. So at this point, we're just kind of rolling into bonus content.
People enjoy this part. So Smoke Wagon, maybe call it a double Smoke Wagon at this point because we're at 230 proof.
Yeah.
Probably at around 11 to 12 years.
Yep.
So I have very high expectations of 11, 12-year-old 230 proof whiskey.
Yeah, absolutely. Your math is impeccable on that. Actually smells really good. I feel like the uncut, unfiltered is really winning out. It just kind of smells a little more like this one.
Yeah, I would agree.
And it was about a 50-50 blend. It's so nutty. I mean,
I'm still getting some lemon. Like lemon pledge.
I could see like lemon zest, like the lemon like peel, But I think overall with both of these, the nuttiness is really the dominant note for me. It's all right. I think I like this one better on its own.
I would agree. Whatever they did with this bottle to give it the real density and mouthfeel is exceptional. That's its like true calling.
They had to have done something slightly different. This can't just be a couple years older because I'm assuming this is not like a 10-year
Well,
bourbon.
it's not just age. It's if they distill it at slightly higher temperature or lower temperature, you get these other molecules.
Well, and that's the thing. That's what makes me wonder. Like, is this the same juice but just younger? Because everything else is.
Yeah, I don't know. Because this
basically
one
has the same
really
thing in
drinks
common.
different. So maybe it's totally different distilling, even though the mash bill's the same. Like even the process of distilling.
And the proof is almost exactly the same, but, well, either way, at the end of the day, I think both of them are really good.
It's a
if
great
you like
brand.
the nutty profile,
Yeah.
but this one definitely wins out, as we said. The
Yeah.
blend is all right, but I think I'd just drink them on their own.
Totally agree.
All right, well, this has been Smoke Wagon Uncut Unfiltered and Smoke Wagon Uncut the Younger on the Bourbon Note. I'm Ben.
I'm Greg. Till next time. See you next time.